However, there are tariq. Tariq are the rules inside the qira'ah. So let's say, for example, warsh. In warsh, we have a tool. We use this elongation. Now, if you make elongation, you can also do qasr, which is short. But you can't do elongation and qasr. So the route that you chose, that student chose to recite from, that he can't do both of them, so he does one. That's the tariq that he's teaching. You understand? Does that make sense? For example, if someone says, ha-ulai, but it also, you could say, ha-ulai. You can't do both at the same time. So the one who chose to do ha-ulai, like that, just for the word, he's going to teach that way. But another student, he's going to teach ha-ulai. Maybe he has a student that has asthma, so he teaches them to say ha-ulai. And that's the narration that he goes through. And that's the tariq that he takes. And so they might get an argument, hey, well, every time I recite, I say ha-ulai. You can't say that. Like in Hafs. Hafs does a lot of qasr because you hear Husri doing it that way. But at the same time, you can make it tul. A lot of people don't know that. You can make it 6. It's allowable. But because one thing is allowable and another thing, if you do that, becomes unallowable, that tariq, whichever one you choose, and there's a rule. You have to do, if you do it one way in this place, in another instance, when you come in that same instance, you have to, you come in another place, in the same situation, you have to do it the same way. For example, if you start off and you say, A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. They have to be together. You can't say, Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. You see the difference? I said, Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, and I made it short. But I started off by saying, Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. You see? So if I extend it in one place, I have to extend it in all the other places that are like it. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to go through it like that. Here, the tariq refers to the rules that the direct student of the Rawi chose to stick to. Okay? A warsh, according to the tariq of Al-Azraqi. That's the route we're going. Okay, we're going to go, if you want to know, the tariq of Al-Azraqi. Okay? If you want to know of Hafs, according to the tariq of Abu Muhammad ibn al-Sabbah. Okay? His name is Ubayd. Ubayd al-Sabah. Okay? So we're taking that route. And Khalaf, according to the tariq of Ahmad ibn Uthman. Rahimahumullahu jami'an. But those names don't mean nothing to you right now. It's not even a big deal, but we want to know. Now, reason why I did that, go up, is because what people think is qira'ah, what people think is riwayah, what people think is tariq is really just tilawah. Okay? What people hear all the time, when one person says, A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. And then another person says, A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. They think that's different qira'ah. It's not different qira'ah. There are different modes of tilawah. There are 4 modes of tilawah. The first one is called tahqiq. The first one that I did, A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. That's called ta'limi or tahqiq. It's to teach the student. It's done in a slow, deliberate manner. All of these keeping hold to the rules of Tajweed so that the student can hear it and understand what letters are being said. It's called the first style of tafsir because the tafsir of the Quran is explained to you what the Quran is. Here you're being explained to what the letters are and how to recite them. Okay? So, tahqiq is to recite the Quran in a slow, measured way, educating the listener in the process of exactly what letters are being said and exactly how long to hold them. So, for example, someone would say, A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. This is tahqiq. So the student can hear it. Okay? The next one is tartil. وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. and this is the one that is most famous because people do this every day in the Maghrib and the Isha and the Fajr, right? He says, to recite the Quran in a melodically measured format, not trying to teach, but with a mind that helps the listener reflect as to what he's listening to. The tartil of the Quran is, like he said, is to recite it melodically, not trying to educate you to the letters, but trying to let you feel and understand, like they say in New York, can you feel me? You know, so that you can feel what's being said with heart. You know, so you could hear the message being there. Taking it for granted that people don't understand Arabic. People, if they understood Arabic, instead of sitting there saying, wow, it sounds good, they would be hearing, and when your Lord said to the angels, I'm making in the earth a khalifa, they said, are you making in the earth? See, they're listening to the story. So he's reciting to them a story. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. That's tartil. To recite it in a melodic manner, giving the story to the people so they can hear it. So that's a different way of reciting. Everybody got me? Now let's go down. Oh, we got it. I'm sorry. Tajweed. Tajweed is to recite the Quran melodically, but faster than one would normally do when they're around someone unfamiliar with the Quran. Okay? This is usually done when someone is reciting by himself or reciting to one of his teachers. When you go sit with your teachers, he ain't got all day to play games with you. He's got a gang of students, you know? And he ain't got patience. You should have studied over there. Go sit down. Let somebody else come up who's prepared, right? So you sit down, and you're not going to go really fast, but you're going to go, A'udhu billah. I'm sorry. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم ملك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. That is going to be called Tajweed because you're going a little bit faster, okay? Now, hadr is to recite the Quran in a fast manner. You're not playing games here. You're reciting. This is usually done when a student is reciting the Quran by himself. So he goes, but he's doing it. And he's not leaving off the rules. So he'll sit down by himself or with his student, another student, he's just reviewing. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم ملك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم and so on, so on, so on. I'm going fast like that. That is called hadr. And I did it like that just to show how fast the Quran can go. This is the end of our lesson here. The point here, at the last part, it says the note.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Anyway, as a last point, I would like to say that all these modes of recitation are done while holding fast to the rules of Tajweed. It's not that you do them and just do anything else, but those are different ways. And what someone else does now in beautifying his voice to recite, as long as he's holding to those rules, he can recite in those different ways. And that's considered tilawa, not qira'ah, not riwayah, and not anything else, okay? أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم. Alhamdulillah. Let's go upstairs and offer salah with the brothers, inshallah.